there. How are you doing?
Happy Saturday, folks. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yep. And sorry, what do you call it?
We're running late.
Yes, because I couldn't get cords working.
And today...
Oh, and hey there. How are you doing, Little Lee? Yep. And put you on there. There we go. And oh, there's Melanie.
Melanie, thank you, guys.
Thanks for still tuning in.
Today we were going to talk about anxiety, and it works well with this show because it's always
a bit of
a high level of anxiety
shit show. We can just say
to get it started.
Yep.
And it's not like we don't have time because we do a show Tuesday. We have basically from Tuesday to Saturday to get everything ready.
But I would like to say
but we typically start at like
stuff.
6 minutes till 1 on Saturday.
Really?
Right?
Check out her new mic.
Yeah, that was done earlier. You did do that earlier, so you can't make that while we're late.
Oh,
right.
Oh, but everything else can be my fault, huh?
Always. It's just easier that way.
You know,
because then I was gonna say, see, then you go for your TBI excuse. I have no excuse, so we have to blame it on you.
Okay.
Right?
Well, thanks for tuning in and coming on. And guess what we're talking about today?
What? Oh yeah, anxiety.
Yep.
So, do you think you suffer from anxiety? And have you been medically diagnosed as suffering from anxiety?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm like really bummed out. I'm like, why am I so dark? But okay, sorry.
It's your Honduran background.
Yes, my Honduran skin. Yes. Okay, sorry. But yes, to answer the question, yes.
You have been diagnosed with anxiety.
Yes.
Is that pre or post?
Yeah.
Well, there's two different things. I mean, sometimes they go together, but were you diagnosed anxiety or anxiety/depression?
Yeah, it was the slash, I think.
And was that pre or post accident?
Pre and post. I mean, hey, we could do it all over the place. Yeah.
I ask that about my soul all the time. Why is my soul so dark?
There we go. Well, Hey, see, you're making me feel better. Thank you.
So were you given medicine pre-accident for anxiety or no?
Yes.
Did you take it?
Yes, for a bit. And then I'm like, I can do it. I'm better.
What were you given? Do you remember?
No.
Because I know I've been on mine for well over 20 years, and you can't just stop taking it.
You're not supposed to. Yes.
Right, yeah, because the side effects, the withdrawals are horrible. Because if I just even accidentally miss a day, I can, it takes a couple hours after I'm up, but all of a sudden I realize, oh, yeah, that's what's wrong with me.
Yeah. Well, yep, and it's true. Oh, not me. So.
No dark soul?
No dark soul. Well, hey, there you go. I guess that is a good thing. So, yes, not taking it, like going, how do you say?
Cold
Just
turkey?
Cold turkey. Yes, thank you.
Well, it's almost Thanksgiving.
Oh, and that makes it easy to remember. Anyways, yes, cold turkey is bad. Was it ever good? No. As far as medically. That's why I always, shine light.
How
See,
sweet.
Look at there. But, how do I say? Oh, because of my accident, they, how do you call it? Well, if you're, if you're brought into the hospital with a head injury, they automatically put you on antidepressants. So I'm like, I think now I'm like, I've had a few changes, but I'm a nicer person.
Well, I didn't know you before.
Oh, yep. Gosh,
okay, so, and there's different levels of anxiety. I know when I was diagnosed, I went to the doctor because I thought I had a brain tumor.
Oh, really?
Because everything's cancer. If something's wrong with me, it's cancer is what I automatically think. Except for the time it was actually cancer. Then I just thought it was not. But no, my head, the top of my head, it felt like I had hit my head. And it just hurt all the time. And it ended up being anxiety
Really?
that I had.
Yeah.
And has the medicine helped that I've been on for so long? I don't know what it'd be like if I didn't take it, so I don't know. I know there's some days that I have to take, I self-medicate and take an additional dose if I don't feel like when I was researching anxiety and notes for the show, my anxiety level just skyrocketed. And I had to, I thought, okay, I'll just go up and take another pill and try to calm myself down.
Yep.
And it works, so.
Now you know, oh, gosh. And there I am, but hey, it's actually coming.
How'd you get it over there?
Yeah, I don't know. It works on mine, but because, how do you say? One of my friends is trying to get over from Facebook. Sorry, continue.
Okay, so there's different triggers that set off anxiety.
Yeah.
And with this, just anxiety, because I stay anxious all the time. I
Yeah.
can just feel it. And then there's panic attacks or anxiety attacks, which I've had, which are really, I know the first one I had, I didn't even know what it was. I thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah. Face forward-ish.
Really? Again?
Yeah. With that. Sorry.
Okay, so these are just some triggers, things that can make you anxious. Stop, and these are like, stop doing these things if you're doing them. And one is stop trying to do everything yourself.
Oh, stop trying to do everything yourself. We could talk about that.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's okay to ask for help. What?
Nothing, babe.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
does try to do everything herself. There, you like it?
Yeah. And there might be something later on about why I'm like that. Because,
Okay.
yeah, I don't ask for help. You're right.
Yeah.
Another one is stop being so serious. And I don't consider myself the least bit serious.
Yeah, well, that is a good thing, and one of the things that attract me to you is, it's funny, is you're not
Right.
serious,
Yeah.
really. You're just pretty chill. You can be serious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
But-
can be if I have to be.
Correct.
Stop surrounding yourself with negative people. I have done that. I can't think of any in my life that are negative.
Yeah.
Another one, stop saying yes. I do struggle with that.
Ooh,
That's a
yes.
tough one.
You do struggle with
Right.
that. Yes.
Stop setting your expectations so high.
Really?
Yeah, and there was some absolutely fabulous advice from the TV show Modern Family.
Really?
Phil Dunphy. Yeah, he was brilliant man. He said, if you set your expectations low, really low,
Yeah.
you'll never be disappointed.
Well, true.
So that's what I do.
Yeah.
Another is stop fighting your anxiety. And I don't fight it. It just consumes.
Yeah, I was
There's
about
no
to
battle
say,
going on. It wins every
Yeah.
time.
just wins all the
Right.
time.
Stop drinking too much alcohol. I don't do that.
Yes, that is true.
Caffeine, I do. I drink way too much caffeine.
Yeah. But you're pretty good about that. You'd like cut it off to a day. And
Well,
done.
yeah, it doesn't affect me as far as being able to go to sleep. I don't think. But I don't know what it does for your anxiety, because it's a stimulant. So
Yeah.
that can, I think, make your anxiety worse. Another one is stop forgetting to look after yourself.
Yeah.
And that's an important one. A
very
lot of people.
Yep. Yep. You feel better, and I feel better. You're on here, and we could see. Hey there, Eileen. Miss Eileen.
Okay, and then there's people that are high functioning anxiety, and I think with this is for some people that might have anxiety and have feelings that they have not recognized as anxiety.
Really?
They don't know it. And in this comparison, this list, it gives a comparison of what the person with the anxiety, what their behavior is, but what people outside looking in see.
Right.
So they don't see this person as being overly anxious either. And one is if you're very anxious, you're a people pleaser.
Oh, really?
But a lot of people see a people pleaser as someone just being very outgoing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
How
weird.
I don't get that. Not setting boundaries.
Yeah.
And a lot of people on the outside see that as you're just loyal.
Oh, well.
But I guess they want to see that as being loyal versus, man, I'm using the crap out of that person because they don't set boundaries. Maybe that's what they're looking at. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
The other we had mentioned before about not being able to say no or saying yes to everything. Other people, when you can't say no, they just think, wow, she or he just really a helpful person. You can always depend on them.
Yeah.
You can depend on them because they just can't say no.
Yeah.
That's where dependence comes from. Fear of failure.
Yep. Oh, yeah, got that.
But a lot of people see that in you as being a leader.
Really?
Yeah. Because you just keep pushing ahead because you're afraid to fail, so you don't ever stop.
Yeah, yeah.
So in that regard, you look like you're leading. Overthinking.
Man, oh, we can't see my... I have a thing that says, what is it? Hold on. Let me overthink this.
Right. And a lot of people think of that as you're just hardworking.
Hardworking? Yeah, you could say that ish.
And then the other, over planning.
Yeah.
And that people would see as you're just very detail oriented.
We could say that like you are very much so. Me, no way.
Yeah, I over plan like crazy.
Yeah.
Every day.
Gosh. Yeah.
And most people think of anxiety, what they think of it as is it's just somebody that's just very nervous, a nervous person, or they're worrying all the time. But there's so much more to anxiety. Trouble concentrating.
Yeah.
Trouble sleeping is another. Intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Uncontrollable feeling of worry. So it's not just that you worry, but you can't control it. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
Increased irritability. And I know I definitely have that. When my anxiety level goes up, my irritability is right. Well, actually, it's probably 2 steps ahead.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Restlessness or feeling on edge.
Yep.
I felt that a lot.
Yeah.
Avoidance of feared situations. And I think a lot of times the feared situations, like for me, I hate crowds. They really just gnaw on my anxiety.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
In general, I just don't like people.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm
not talking into the mic.
Correct.
Loss of appetite. Never had that.
I wish that was a sad effect for
It
me.
should be, or just gorging.
Yeah.
Right. Feelings of guilt or shame. Guilt. I do have guilt.
Yeah.
I'm not doing enough, or even if I think I'm doing enough, somebody else might not think I'm doing enough. It doesn't look like I'm doing enough.
To you,
right?
Because I'm like, dude, you're the hardest working person I know.
I don't know about that, but it seems that what happens is, I can go and think, okay, I'm just going to take 5 minutes and just decompress and rest. And then that's when people show up, and it looks like I've been sitting there all day.
Gosh.
And it's just like a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
So then as soon as I see that person come in, I think I got to get up and get going again. They're going to think I'm just loafing around. And these people are you and Lucy. That's the
okay, I was about to
right.
say.
Who are these people?
Yeah, who are these people? I will tell them.
Yeah.
Gosh. Oh, yep. What I'm hearing is these are only problems if we name it problems.
Well, I mean, I can see where the point that she's making, but knowing that I live with anxiety and how it affects me.
Yeah.
A lot of these things I have, and I cannot control them. I mean, I just, there's no controlling it. It's just something I'm going to be.
It doesn't matter how much I say, you're good, babe, you've done great, you're running this house.
No, it doesn't. But another symptom?
What?
Ringing of ears.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
And we should let you know that my wife here has said, what, tinnitus?
Tinnitus. Yeah. I don't, yeah, maybe 10 years or so.
Wow. And yeah, there's something like I forget at times because, well, obviously I don't have it, but I'm like, every time she said, I'm like, duh. I'm like, that's
why I can't hear. Yeah, and I remember back when I was in my 20s, I knew this guy. He was like 25 years older than me. He talked about he had ringing in his ears. And I thought, God, that would be terrible. I just can't imagine. And I guess not knowing what he was actually hearing, I thought nothing of it. And I can't even really tell you when mine started.
Really?
Because once I became conscious of it, I just figured it was something everybody heard.
Really?
Since mine never stops, I just thought that was something everybody had.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned it to somebody, and they're like, "No, I don't hear anything."
Yeah.
But it's just a constant,
Yeah.
all the time. So anyway, those are just how anxiety can show people.
So what is that?
Okay, she's going further here. But some of the symptoms, as you have said, yes, they can be positive traits. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They can be. It's just a matter of the person realizing that it's positive and not a negative, or letting it control everything that you do.
Yep. Yep.
Is what I think. And have you ever had a panic? You said you've never had a panic attack?
Oh, you said, you have not been paying attention. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have. You have. Well, and that's just it. I mean, I think, like, I know I've had mine in front of people and they were not aware I was having one.
Really?
Yeah. Because I would just get really quiet and think I'm just like, am I getting ready to check out?
Really?
Yeah, like 'cause I figured I was dying. I've had them driving down the road, had to actually pull off on the side of the road. And it was not until I was told and knew that it was an actual panic attack that I could get myself out of it by just stopping, taking long, slow, deep breaths. And just another trick I learned is get an ice cube and put it in your mouth.
Really?
Yeah, because that ice cube, what it does is it brings your brain back to the here and now. You're focused.
Sorry, dog taco.
Yeah, it's another thing that causes anxiety. But the ice brings your brain back to the here and now. You're focusing on, oh my gosh, that's cold, and you forget, or your mind's not worried about what you're worried about. Yeah. It's focused on the cold. Yeah. So next time you think you have one, I've not tried it. I've just heard about it recently, but I think I don't want a panic attack. Yeah. But I want to be near ice next time I have one.
Correct. That
so I can
good.
Tell. Yeah.
Yep.
So I thought that one was interesting.
Man, that is really good. Yeah.
So what do you think feeds your anxiety?
What feeds mine? Well, I can tell you in a roundabout way or what exactly has caused them. My last two, well, the last one I can remember was when we were at the other house. So, and thanks, a shout out to Heather. Heather just great, Heather Ramirez, because she helped me, but by tech. Anyways, so it was brought on by, which after my accident, it has been brought on by, money, or it was Social Security. So
what, word that you would be cut off, you mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. So I guess it was money. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, and
which was similar to the same anxiety you had before your accident when you were working. You could be fired at any moment.
Correct. Yeah. So gosh, now we're looking. The source, where we say the source of my anxiety is money, or providing.
I mean, money certainly, I think, causes anxiety for most people. I know that it does create a lot for me. And I try not to let it, but there are times that, it just goes, like, it's the only thought in my head. Yeah. Good. But something always seems to work out. Yeah. God will find a way.
Oh. You want to go there, huh?
No, not really.
I was about to say.
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
But, oh, yeah, and by the way, with the thing that Social Security sent to me, it wasn't I was getting less money. I was getting more.
So you just read it wrong.
Yeah.
Which, is so easy to happen. I'm sorry to interrupt. But, it's like you get, I know my heart stops whenever I get anything from the IRS.
Yeah.
And it's usually nothing. It's just something they're sending out. But if it has IRS on it in my name, panic immediately sets in. And I could see if that's, you see Social Security and it's got your name and you're opening it, you're expecting the worst. And I could see how you could easily misread something.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know if I really read it. Like, it was one of those things, I just saw it. And then, of course, I get nervous because I'm like, the brain injury. So I'm like, what is it? Cognitive. So I don't understand. Well, I think
you do understand.
I do not.
Oh, you think you don't?
Yes, as fast or whatever.
Well, I don't think speed is a problem. I mean, with comprehension, as long as you get it, there's no time limit on getting it.
Yeah, but I didn't get it, and then I went on an emotional cliff journey.
Right.
So,
no.
That is not good.
Yeah, I don't know how you would get around that unless it was just sit down, get a piece of ice.
Yeah, I should do the ice, yes.
And it'll bring you back to right now.
Yeah.
And then say, read this and tell me what it says.
Yeah, well, and see, I've started.
That's the thing about, not asking for help.
Yeah, see, and that's the reason I've started to ask. I'm like, all right, babe, can you just read this? Because I get nervous about everything.
Yeah, and see, my perspective looking at it is, I'm not looking for it to be bad news. I don't consider myself a pessimist.
Yeah.
I think I'm fairly optimistic about most things.
I'd say, we're pretty optimistic.
Yeah. Except for when it comes to your disability.
Yes.
Then you're not.
That is true.
Right? Okay.
Unfortunately.
I found this quote that I thought was interesting too.
Okay.
Let me find it. It's not the bad things that weigh you down. It's the way you carry it.
Oh.
By C.S. Lewis.
Wow. C.S. Lewis, huh?
That's heavy, no pun intended.
I was about to say, can you read that again?
Yes. It's not the bad things that weigh you down. It's the way you carry it.
Wow. See, I should have written this up so I can flash it on screen next time.
I can get my Post-it note.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm like, oh boy, her and her Post-its. We're in trouble.
And another good one, too. Be strong enough to stand alone, smart enough to know when you need help, and brave enough to ask for it.
Ooh, that's good. That's another. So to recap, I'm going to make a thing and send out all these, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know when I need help. It's asking for it.
Correct, yeah.
That's the struggle. And I don't know why, because I know anybody I can think of that I would go to and ask would do whatever they could to help. Correct. So it's not like there's some fear of rejection or that they'll think I'm weak or anything. I think it's more I just don't want to be in a position,
Yeah.
Just I might put 8 hammer holes in the wall trying to hang something.
Yeah.
Versus calling somebody and saying, "Can you come help me get this level?"
It's kind of funny. It's like when I ask her all the time, "Can I do some for you? Can I?" And what does she tell me? No.
All right. Well, you don't know what my thinking is behind that.
Okay. And I should know.
Yeah, because I mean, it's stupid. I look at it as you live here. Do what you think needs to be done without me having to say.
Yeah. Once again, you're giving me too much credit. I don't know.
You don't know?
It just, how do you say, it doesn't naturally come to me. I'm like,
well, there are red flags that you would think, oh yeah, that needs to be done, like laundry spilling over the hamper.
Correct.
Oh, okay, laundry probably needs to be done, right?
Yeah, but you have a day of the week that you do it, it seems like, a regimen.
No. When I think about it.
Right. Okay.
And laundry ties into when I think about doing laundry, it's not just, okay, if I do laundry today, am I willing to follow it at least to get it into the dryer?
Yeah.
Without starting up another load.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to do 2 loads of laundry in a day, I've got to know that I'm going to be willing to get that first load out of the dryer so I can put the second load in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I put the laundry off.
Really.
Yeah. Because I don't mind washing the clothes. I don't mind putting them in the dryer.
Yeah.
It's the getting them out and putting them away.
That's the hard part.
That's where I struggle. I mean, I've left clothes in there 4 or 5 days.
What?
Yeah. Until you say, "Where are my shirts?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, they've been in the dryer since Tuesday."
Yep. Okay.
So yeah. All right. So let's see. Oh, maybe this was what I was thinking of earlier. Feeling the need to be busy all the time is a trauma response and fear-based distraction from what you'd be forced to acknowledge and to feel if you slowed down.
Wow. Think that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I don't know that, because I thought about like therapy or stuff like that, and I've always questioned whether
Knees on it. Sounds like her routine.
I think that most people do laundry that way.
Yeah.
It's the same way with the dishwasher. I can load a dishwasher all day long. I can push that power button on.
Yeah.
But damn, they have to be unloaded.
If you have a washing machine that works.
Yeah, ours has been disconnected since June 23rd. But
still trying to get our kitchen redone.
Yeah, we're almost 2 months into the contractor having started, and we've got a kitchen sink. Anxiety is what that would be.
Yes, that is anxiety. Sorry, carry on.
Okay, another thing, too, I found, these are just various quotes just to give you something to think about, is talking about our problems is our greatest addiction. Break the habit. Talk about your joys.
Wow.
So, basically, don't focus on the negative.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'll see that come November on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
December through October, all people do on Facebook mainly is just bitch about stuff. Then comes November, and it's 30 things I'm thankful for.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
do that every day of the month.
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving.
Wow. Yeah.
But there should be 365
Yeah.
things a year.
See?
Thankful
Neil's
for.
loving that quotes too. See,
Some of these are really pretty good.
What do you call it? Write them out because I love quotes.
Yeah, I hope that's not all the quotes I found. It might be though. Let's see. Another thing with anxiety too is people tend to feel or think you're extremely sensitive.
Really?
Yeah. So, or irrationally over emotional.
Really?
And really, a lot of times your sensitivity comes from being extremely observant.
Yeah.
And I can give an example of that. Lucy and I used to go to our neighborhood pool.
Yeah.
And there was a lifeguard on duty.
Yeah.
One lifeguard. But, I mean, our neighborhood had a lot of kids in it. So there'd be a lot of kids that at the pool. And under a certain age, the parents had to come and be with the children. And there was this one mother that she would just let her boys just go.
Really?
And I would watch them.
Yeah.
And I would finally tell Lucy, we've got to go. I'm scared something's going to happen to this child because his mother's not paying attention.
Wow.
And I don't want to be responsible for someone else's child.
Yeah.
I don't want to call him out with the mother there and tell him, hey, your behavior is inappropriate or you need to stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
I would just have to remove myself from the situation. We were like that when we used to do our volunteer work at the assisted living facility.
Really?
A lot of the staff would be on lunch break.
Yeah.
And I would see all these people, elderly people walking around, and I would think, oh my gosh, they're going to fall. And I couldn't sit there with tunnel vision. I mean, you can't help but see them.
Yeah.
And my anxiety would just be through the roof. Same with Lucy.
Really?
Like, okay, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, Neely's oversensitive. I've been labeled that by my whole life.
Yeah, I have too.
My whole life sometimes. Yes, I'm like, I am, how do you say, can be that way too. But yeah, having to leave the pool just because people aren't watching their own kids, that's frustrating, but no, I know.
Yeah, I mean, and another thing too with being sensitive is you're very empathetic.
Yeah.
You know, you can read people and know how things affect them, and that makes you more sensitive. I've watched children get chastised by their parents.
Yeah.
And know how that child feels.
Really, yeah.
And I can almost start crying, feeling because I feel so bad for that child. I mean, they're just a kid; they're doing a kid thing, and you know, sometimes the parents overreact or are embarrassed because their child's behaving a certain way in public. But it's kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can get over emotional about that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Anything you want to pipe in with?
No, just that it's a thing.
Well, you tend to be a piper, so
A piper.
you don't think so?
What? No, I'm very much right there.
Okay. All right. So to help with your anxiety, anybody that has it, even if it's diagnosed or if it's just a small amount that's impacting your life, setting boundaries helps.
Yeah.
And realizing it's not your job to fix other people.
Yes. Hard.
Right. Yeah, it's very hard to do that one. Or I know I've got a friend that's not in the best marriage in the world, and she has said, you know, I feel bad about leaving. You know, what's my spouse going to do? I don't know if they can function without me. And I've told them, that spouse is not your responsibility. You're responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
If you're only staying out of guilt,
Yeah.
why? I mean, that's a terrible reason to have a marriage. You're just both going to be miserable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's okay. Another thing too with things, it's okay if people don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look at it. If I'm in a discussion with someone and we have opposing views, I'm going to state what my view is. I'm not scared to just go along with what they're saying. I'll state my opposing view, but I'm not going to argue with them.
Right. Yeah.
Because their idiotic view, they're not going to change my mind to
Yeah.
get them to agree. In my view, which is always correct, of course, I know I'll never change theirs because they're blinded with ignorance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, sure. It can be, or they can be correct.
Another one that's hard for people sometimes is you're responsible for your own happiness.
That's good. Can you say it again?
You're responsible for your own happiness.
That is very true.
Nobody else is, nor are you responsible for anyone else's happiness.
Yeah, that is true.
And being able to express yourself honestly with what it is you might need, whether it's mental need, physical need, or an emotional need.
Yes,
And then lastly, just knowing you are enough.
Yeah.
The person that you are is enough.
Wow. I'm like, oh goodness, we could camp out there and go for a while because I'm all about that.
Not being enough, you mean?
Like,
Or not thinking you're enough?
yes, all about me not thinking I am. I've always thought that, and now it's like, oh, yep, definitely. But here's the thing, like you said, sorry, I had to stop and make notes because the whole, like, you were in charge of your own happiness. Nobody else can do that. Like, she can't do it for me. And anyways, I'm just...
Well, you know, it's like I don't think Lucy can hear us. You know, sometime back this summer, she got upset about something when it was me and you and Lucy and Emma. We were going somewhere, and things didn't quite pan out like Lucy had hoped, but we were still having a good time. But whatever that one little thing was, she let it ruin her day.
Yeah.
And I could tell by looking in the rearview mirror, you know, when I was driving, that she was not happy about something.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, okay, I've got to do something to make her happy.
Correct. Yeah.
And then I got to thinking, we've been gone all day for their benefit, to entertain them.
Yeah.
If she's not happy, it's not on me.
Correct. Yeah.
It's on her. And, you know, later on, she sent me a text and apologized. She said, sorry I was acting the way I did, and on and on. And I'm sorry I ruined the day for everybody. And I wrote her back. I said, you ruined the day for yourself.
Yeah.
We all managed to have fun.
Yeah.
Your attitude changed,
Yeah,
and the only day you ruined was for yourself.
that is true.
It was, not didn't have to be done. I mean, she just one little thing, and she let it ruin everything.
That is true.
So, anyway, that's that. I was going to look for something else here if I could find it. So, excuse me 1 second.
Well,
I know. So, it's your turn to talk.
oh yeah, it's my turn to talk. See, I was like, I guess it's a good thing we're gonna go and rewatch this because I need it. But yes, very much that like the knowing that you don't affect everybody. Well, you can, but the thing is, you are responsible for you. I am responsible for me. I can be mad about I didn't get things set up. I was late. I didn't do a thumbnail. I didn't schedule. I didn't like. Here's all the stuff going on in my brain. Oh, and my coffee is sitting right in there. Oh, my coffee.
Another thing I'd read too, and I've heard this all throughout the years is when you worry about something, just let something consume you. And sometimes you can take it not very far in the future. Just like an hour from now, is it going to really matter?
Yeah.
Or a year from now, is it really going to matter?
Yeah. See,
and it's not. It's not. Just let it go. You can control your thoughts, or you can't. You don't have to control your thoughts.
Yeah.
You just have to stop letting them control you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that is true.
Because they can control you.
Yeah, if you let them.
If you let them, right.
Man. Yeah. The thing, I'm like.
And most anxiety is worrying about something that happened in the past or something that's you're afraid is going to happen in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of just living in the here and now.
Yes, there is that.
So, yeah.
But, yeah. I want to talk about anxiety. We could bring a point or an example from me. I'm like, I am not the most, clean person. No. Paula here is like
on the other level.
OCD, definitely. My desk looked like a bomb exploded on it. Then there was stuff everywhere. It's not totally fixed, and I guess it's good you can't look down and see it. But, I mean, I think it's pretty awesome.
I will give you credit. It does look better than it did.
Yep.
Would mine look like this?
Hell no.
No, but that's me. So I just, like that part over there, I try not to look at. Even this is a little bit not how I would have it, but that's you.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But it still looks better than it did. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Feeding that OCD of mine.
Oh, go on. Yeah. You go ahead.
Okay, so I found some more quotes for if you struggle with anxiety.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, and it's all about self-sabotage. This is, if you wouldn't say it to a friend, don't say it to yourself.
Whoa. That's a big one.
Right?
I'm like, oh, gosh.
Yeah, because the shit we tell ourselves.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, by the way, you better keep these. Cause
I'll save them. How's that?
Yeah. Oh, well, there's that. But.
Here. So, okay.
Here we go.
Another one. You save everyone, but who saves you?
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Feelings are visitors. Let them come and go.
Oh, that's good. Oh, man.
You can do anything, but not everything.
That is good. See
I need that as a tattoo.
Yeah, I was about to say, yep, we need to get that done, huh? Man.
And I've tried this particular one. I've told to Lucy about different things she might be doing during the day, and it says, I don't have to take this day all at once, but rather one step, one breath, one moment at a time.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that is good. So, and there is something that I wrote it down and I forgot. But anyways, gonna bring it back. But basically, it's like, what is this? Time doesn't happen all at once. It's broken up, so you can deal with it.
It was the analogy with you can eat an elephant
Yeah,
one bite at a time.
yeah, that's true.
It's huge, but just take things
Yeah.
one bite, one step at a time, and then it's not so overwhelming to you.
Yeah,
And I'm preaching to the choir
yeah.
because I don't do that.
Well, we're gonna watch it again, so that'll be good.
Well, we hope so. And then I wanted to wrap up with, my anxiety is bad and can be really bad at times. And it was probably, I know it was at its worst back in December, January, all of December and all of January. We were trying to find a house to buy. We were trying to sell our house. We sold our house. We bought our house. We had to make the tough decision of putting mom in assisted living.
Yeah,
The move itself was horrible. I mean, it was just, we had just so much going on and so much stuff and very little time to prepare for it the way I would normally prepare for a move.
yeah.
And then mom passed away, a month after we moved into the house.
Yeah.
And then I got physically sick.
Correct.
Remember? I mean, I just, 4 days in bed.
Yeah,
I felt terrible. Went to the doctor twice because I was not feeling better after the second day. But there was really nothing that she could diagnose was wrong with me.
right.
And I think it was just mental and emotional exhaustion
Yeah,
because my anxiety level had just been through the roof. And instead of looking at each portion of each day a little bit at a time, instead of trying to solve all the issues that we had going on,
yeah,
every single day I would try to solve them.
yeah,
It pushed me over the edge.
yeah, yeah,
And it's so easy to do,
yeah.
but don't do it
That is true.
if you can control it. And
Yeah.
that's the hard part I have is I'm a control freak.
Yeah. So what are we gonna work on today, y'all? Being
Mental health.
kind to ourselves. But
Yeah.
yes, we can say mental health too. But
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have stressed that several times in our shows about being kind to others.
yeah,
We've never said be kind to yourself.
yeah. Well, hey, saying it now because I know I need it. I've had lots of people tell me, but yes, be kind to others. Be kind to yourself.
Yeah, take some time for yourself. And
Yeah.
be kind, take time, and just live and relax and unburden.
Yeah. So with all that, we'll say thanks so much for tuning in, checking it out.
Appreciate you guys as always. Thank you so much.
Write up these quotes ish sometime today. But remember, you matter, your story matters, and you belong here. Cheers.
Ciao.